Hello everybody, welcome back to Steve's Gear. And today we're going to take a look at something a little bit different than I normally make videos on. We're going to take a look at the Fosmet Smartwatch. Like I said, it's something a little unusual for me, but a little background is, I've been watching YouTube for 12, 13 years, and up to about the last 4 years ago, it was tech. I watched all tech stuff. I was really into smartwatches, cell phones, tablets, things like that. That's pretty much what I spent all my time on YouTube looking at. Until I started getting into some more gear type things. And so I've owned several smartwatches. I've owned, one of the original Samsung smartwatches. I've owned an LG one, a Google one, several Apple watches. And so when this company reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to take a look at this?" Originally I didn't really know if I wanted to, and I looked them up on Amazon, and I saw the price. So let's talk about the price real quick. So this watch comes in at $69.99, but they have a $30 coupon you could attach to it. And then they also gave me a discount code to give you guys. So by the time it's all said and done, this watch is like $33. And so when I saw that, I thought, you know what can $33 get you these days for a smartwatch? And thinking about it kind of like EDC, nowadays you can get pretty good value on knives and pouches and things like that for not very much money. And so I wanted to see if the smartwatch world kind of held the same. Plus it's something you could use for EDC, outdoors, anything like that. So I'm going to do kind of a quick overview of this one. I'll kind of give you my initial impressions, talk about a few pros and cons. But as I go through the video, just kind of remember the price. You're looking at, a little over $30 for this watch. And so I think you're going to get a lot more bang for the buck out of buying this one than, say, if you went to your local Walmart and spent $30 on a watch. But that's up to you. So let's take a look at it. So we'll set the watch to the side just for a second. So the watch does come in a box. Pretty nice box. Pretty good quality for the price, I think. Inside the box, you get some literature, so you get some instructions, a couple QR codes and things like that. And this is just a big set of instructions for it. I'm not going to go through all the instructions. I mean, if you buy the watch, you can get it and kind of get set up and everything. I just get a card on here where you can scan this and get your 24-month extended warranty on it. So it does come with a 2-year warranty, and you can get it extended. It does come with a couple of accessories. So the charging cable I kind of just laid back in here. Now the charging cable is USB, and it does have kind of a little proprietary magnetic charger, and that connects to the back of the watch. We'll look at that here in just a minute. Inside the accessories pouch, it actually does come installed with a rubber band. So it comes with this rubber band. I took it off and put the other band on just for the video. I actually probably would use the rubber band myself, but just know that it does come with it. You get an extra pack of a few extra pins for the bands. So they're kind of the quick release ones. They got the little spring bar in them. You just kind of squeeze them down. And you also get a link adjustment tool. So pretty cool that they throw all that stuff in with it. So we'll set that stuff to the side, and we'll take a look at the watch. So the watch comes with this nice stainless steel band. I haven't adjusted the links on it yet. Like I said, I was kind of into using the other one. But it's a nice looking watch. It's I like the color. It is available in a silver color. This is more of kind of like the dark gray. I think it looks nice. Nice quality band for the price. Kind of a nice quick disconnect there. And like I said, it does come with the tools to adjust it also, which is kind of nice. On the back, see if I can get you guys a little bit of a view here of it. On the back there, you can see the 2 little pins. That's actually where your charger is. Then it has the sensor on the back for multiple different things. You can do blood pressure, you can do heart rate, track sleep, things like that. So you do get that sensor. So you may see a little green flashing light sometimes in the back. It kind of goes off when I'm not wearing it. And then it does have this watch face here. The one thing that kind of impressed me, and this is a 1.43-inch AMOLED display. Now, I don't know if the video is really going to do it justice, but it is a nice looking display. It has really good viewing angles. You get that nice crisp AMOLED display. And this is a watch face that I downloaded off the market. They have a market for watch faces, and I think they have over like 200 of them. So this is just one I picked. It's got a couple of the basic functions. It's got the time, it's got a little step counter, it's got your date, your heart rate, and it has the little battery percentage there of your watch. The battery life on this one has been really good. If you're someone who is afraid of a smartwatch because of battery life, this one, I went like 3 days without charging it. I probably could have went longer. It's got a 500 milliamp hour battery in it. So battery life on it's really good. Now it does have 3 buttons here on the side. The top button is basically just your on and off. Now you can set this up for rise to wake, so you don't have to use the on and off button too often. And then the middle button here, the crown, if you press it, it will actually take you to kind of like a menu, and then you can actually rotate it and it will change the watch faces. Though these are a couple of the watch faces that come pre-installed. That's kind of a crazy one. But I like this one too. This is a nice classy looking watch face. And like I said, this is one that I downloaded myself. And there's an application that you'll use on your phone. We'll take a look at the application just here in a minute. And then the last button down here is your fitness button. So you can select all different types of fitness activities. I mean, there's a ton of them in here. There's lots of. There's even a fishing one. I noticed that right off the bat. Like I said, we won't go through every single function. I just want to kind of give you guys an overview. Yeah, let's take a look at a few of the functions of the watch. So if you're at the home screen, you can flip up or flip to the side. You can see your fitness thing, so you can see your steps, your heart rate, things like that. For your fitness, swipe over their direction, you get back to your menu, and it is kind of Apple-esque how they did the menu, but everything seems pretty fluid. There's not a whole lot of hang-ups and stuff on it. It's not real slow or anything like that. You can swipe down, you can get to a couple of your basic settings, which is kind of nice. And if you swipe up, you can see your messages. So with this watch, you can get text messages. So you can get notifications from text, and you can select all different types of apps like Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. There's a bunch of them on there where you can select if you want to receive notifications on the watch from it. Now you can't reply back to the messages from the watch, so you can just view them, but you are able to make phone calls. So it is via Bluetooth, so you have to be within range of your phone, and it does have a built-in speaker. The speaker is not extremely loud, but it's not bad. I mean, you could definitely make a phone call if you needed to. It might not be the most ideal every time you want to make a call, but it would work. So taking a look at the menu, I'll just show you guys a few of the things that you can, that might be interesting to you. I'm not going to go through every single one, but like I said, there is the phone, so you can have up to, I think it's 100 contacts. I think you can have you can see your call logs, and you can actually get to the dial pad, which is actually where you would just make your phone call. You can type in your number, make your phone call, and you're good to go. Now, if you want to just do some basic stuff, you have like the basic calculator. It's always nice to have a calculator on your phone or on your watch. That's something that I use quite often in my own world. And you get the little messages where you can see your different messages. I've cleared out some of my stuff just so I didn't have a bunch of weird messages in there. You have a sleep tracker. If you want to take a look at your sleep, you can kind of see what your sleep was, what your sleep schedule. It can kind of give you a look at your deep sleep, your light sleep, your awake time, your REM sleep. That's a pretty cool function. I typically don't sleep with my watch on, but if you wanted to kind of take a look at it and see how your sleep is going, it'd be a kind of a good one. You do have your fitness stuff here. So you have, your settings here. So you have a stopwatch, you have a timer, you have a little flashlight. You can turn on a little flashlight mode. You can do a Find My Phone where it'll actually ring your phone. They have a remote camera feature on here where you have to use the app and you have to have the camera opened up in the app. So it's not super convenient, but it is an option if you want to. And you have your calculator. Those are a couple of the functions that I like as far as the ones that I would use. Besides your basic fitness stuff, I mean, fitness stuff is always kind of cool to see your steps. And you can set that stuff in your app, like your goals and things like that. And you can look at your beats per minute, resting heart rate. It'll track all that type of stuff. Now, I did kind of wipe this, like I said, a while back, just so I didn't have all my numbers in there. But it is able to be used like that. I'm ringing my phone right now. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but it does actually work for Find Your Phone. And that'll let me show you guys the app. So let's take a look at the app. Now, when you download the app, that's how you kind of connect it via Bluetooth. In here, it'll give you all of your data for your heart rate, your blood pressure, your blood oxygen. It'll give you your steps and everything like that. You have a little sport tab here on the bottom that can track all of your type of outdoor activities, which is pretty cool. You do have a device tab here where you can set up your Bluetooth calls, your watch faces, all that kind of stuff. There's a few little extra settings in here. You can do your firmware update, and you can set up an SOS contact, little things like that. And then in your profile, you can set up a few different things. So you can set up your units of measure. So if you want, centimeters or feet or kilograms or pounds or Celsius or Fahrenheit, anything like that. And then third-party services, you can actually connect this up to Apple Health. So that's kind of cool. If you see if you have an iPhone, like I'm using this on an iPhone, I can't test it out. I don't have an Android phone right now, so I can't test it out on it. So you may it may be additional functions on an Android phone. I'm not sure about. But yeah, when you talk about the remote photography, there's a little app here. We can go into there and do different things. I'm not gonna do that kind of stuff right now. And then SMS, you can do some phone settings, things like that. All of your basic stuff like that. Your Bluetooth call, you can set up your syncing your contacts and enabling the calling and everything like that. Yeah, pretty much your normal stuff as far as you kind of expect from your app. It's nothing groundbreaking as far as the app goes, but it does function well. It does the things that I needed to do. I've been real happy with the app so far. It's worked out just fine for me. That's pretty much all I'm going to show you guys on the app. Now let's talk about a few pros and cons for the watch. For me, a big thing is the display. The display is really nice. I really, really like the display. And if you wanted a watch just with a nice display, a nice big display, and came with some bands, and it gave you a few basic functions, I think that's where the bang for the buck is on this. Another thing is the battery life. Like I said, the battery life is really good. This battery life on this is far better than my Apple Watch. If battery life's a big deal for you and you're kind of worried about not wanting to charge your smartphone or your smartwatch every single night, this would be a good one for you. It does have a battery saving mode, which I think will extend it even further. Now the accessories it comes with, it does come with two different kinds of bands. You have a choice between this metal band and the rubber band. I think it's nice that they include two for the price. I think that's a really good value. And they give you the tool to adjust it and everything like that, and some extra pins, which I think is pretty nice. Build quality wise, it is pretty good. I would say that, it's not going to be premium top quality, but you have to remember for the price. For the price, I think it's very nice. Fit and finish seems pretty good. Aesthetically, I think I like the looks of it, and I like the color. Time will tell about durability and things like that. They do say it's a scratch resistant screen. This is also IP68 water resistant, so you can get sweat proof, some water resistance, things like that, so you don't have to worry about, getting it wet as much. Maybe a few cons that I've kind of came across since I've owned it. The text, I don't know if you guys have noticed in the, some of the stuff when you go into an application, the text on it is kind of an old school font. I kind of wish it was a little bit more of a modern font for the messages and stuff. Like if you get messages and you read them, it's kind of like that old school computer type font. I wish they would kind of update that. Another thing that's kind of a little bit interesting is it does have an application. So say you go into a fitness mode. Say you go to your outdoor mode, it's going to start an outdoor walk. And when you go into it, you can see your distance, your pace, all that type stuff. You can scroll over, you can pause it, and you can start your fitness activity. And then you can set up your music. Now there's a function in here that says allow playback from Bluetooth. So if you hit play on this, it will control your phone. So if you had earbuds or something in, that would work out pretty good. But if you did want to listen to some kind of audio on this, you have to actually go into there, select that in the menu, and then come back and it'll actually play through the speakers on the watch. So that's one little, I guess you could say, disadvantage, is if you wanted to listen to music on the watch, you have to kind of continue to go back and forth and switch that setting. Now, it could be just an iPhone setting. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't tested it with an Android phone. And then you can just stop your activity and save your data and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Just a little over $30. I don't think it's that bad of a deal. Definitely miles ahead of what you used to be able to get for $30 or a little over $30. If you guys have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And big thank you to Fosmet for sending this out to me. It was very kind of you. And I've enjoyed it, kind of testing it out, kind of reminiscing about the old days of going through all the different kind of tech stuff. And yeah, I'm pretty surprised what you can get these days for the price. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.